I'd like to start off by thanking Sebi from the Pinball FX Discord for telling me what file to delete so that I can get this game working again. I tried purchasing the Pinball Pass and I got some Exala error. I'll leave a comment down below if anybody else is having trouble getting the game to load after trying to purchase the Pinball Pass. Now there's a lot to unpack here about this game. I know a lot of people are upset because they have to rebuy their tables, but I'm more concerned that it's not going to come to Steam and be stuck on the Epic Game Store, because I've really struggled getting this to work. I've downloaded it about 5 times now. When it first came out it was pretty wonky, but I downloaded it this week and it plays pretty well. My first impressions are that the physics are good. It definitely leans more simulator than Pinball FX 3. So that could be good for the hardcore enthusiasts. I don't know about the casuals, because I'm not able to try the arcade mode.
That's gone for sure.
Because you need to purchase the full tables, but if you just want to play the free game, there's a lot of stuff just within the free application. They cycle the tables, they get 2 daily tables a day, but you can also play on different tournaments. We'll check that out in a little minute. This is one of the new tables, Pinball Noir. Ooh. Took me a while to get dialed in. I haven't played in like a couple months, so... And I mean like, played anything. I actually haven't been playing too many games this past year. I sort of got tired of game testing and troubleshooting for other people, because I've been developing my own game, which is available on Steam right now. I'll leave some hints in the descriptions if you want to help me out, because the only thing that can help me out right now is downloading my game and playing it. Now, if you're a fan of pinball, it kind of inspired me to use a game as a service model. Because I like the idea of a free game, and then you can just like buy other stuff as you want to go along. And that's what I did for mine. It's a free game, but if you want to support it, you can go and buy more levels. Now, I'm thinking, why did the Zen Pinball guys, why did they redo the game in a different engine and put it on a different platform and make us repurchase all the tables? Well, I know if someone came up to me and said, oh, you have to redo your game in an entirely different engine and redo everything from scratch, I would not be keen on that. So I don't think it's fair to blame the developers or any of that, because I don't think that they wanted to do this. And after going through what I did with publishing my game on Steam, I quickly realized that a lot of people like to hijack the game. So one of my thinking is that, like, with all these Pinball Pass and the security features and Oxola and having you to like log in to do all this stuff, it might be a way to prevent piracy. Because straight up, over 17% of the people hijacked my game. Now they might be using something like the Steam Achievements cheater, where they just like get all the achievements by clicking a button. There's some application like that, but one possibility is that they wanted to secure the IP and like secure all the tables and make sure that everything was like locked down so that people couldn't steal tables. Just one thing I'm throwing out there. I don't know for sure. Alright, so you get 2 free You get to play 2 tables a day. Today is Roadshow and Pinball Noir, but you also got tournaments. Not tournaments, my bad. Events. These are technically events. So you can play a handful of tables in here too, so it's not just 2 tables a day that are free. It's more like 5 or 6. What's next? So I was a bit livid when this came out, and it's like, oh, you gotta rebuy all the tables. But after going through what I did, I kind of understand like why they're trying to be careful about how they release this. And they had to do an overhaul on like all their IP and how it was bundled and all that stuff. They had to remanage it. So this was a good opportunity to re-release the definitive edition, Pinball FX. With that said, it's still in early access, so I am going to try to give a little bit of feedback into some things that they should get ironed out before releasing this on other platforms. And with me, it's mostly just about incentives. Game modes, achievements, unlockables. Now, one thing I was excited about was that they have like unlockables for each table. So if you buy the tables, you get the unlockables for accumulating a score. But I wish it was just more than that. I wish it wasn't just like grinding for points. Now, I'm not sure on this because I don't have any tables. Like I didn't purchase any because I wasn't able to. I tried to, and then it locked me out of the game. Like, it gave me like a white screen that said, oh, you have to like log in with Xsala or something, and then I couldn't even boot up the game again. But that got taken care of thanks to the dudes on the Discord, and now it works again. But I'm not gonna pay for it on Epic Store. I'm gonna wait till this comes out on Steam, and I hope it does. Now it's not confirmed for Steam, which makes me a little bit worried because, you know, you think it'd be in their literature by now, but it's not. So I'm a little concerned that it might not come to Steam, but I hope it does. As for the physics and the controls are good. They're definitely an improvement. The camera is pretty much the same as it was in the previous Pinball FX, which I'm a little... Anybody who knows me, my favorite camera was the Pinball Arcade, where you had like 4 different cameras and you can strategically like move your view up and down. I thought that was the best way to do it. This is kind of like you gotta find one you like and then stick with it. It is what it is. As for the unlockables and achievements, one of my favorite things that got me into digital pinball was figuring... It's been a while. Forgot about that. Was like learning the table through achievements. Like for example, like with the Pinball Arcade, you'd have like wizard goals, and then like you try to complete the goals, and then you'd read up on like what to do and find out about all the features. If they did something like that for collecting the unlockables to put in the playroom, which is a cool idea, I'll show you that in a minute, even though I have nothing in there. It would be better if they tied it to actual objectives instead of just like, oh, grind for points, grind for points. So I'll have to wait until somebody gifts me a table or some tickets to buy a table so I can see all the different game modes. And that's the second point that's kind of important, are the game modes. Because having a bunch of different game modes for each table really increases the mileage. And Zaccaria did a really good job of that. That's why I played that for a long time. And they have a few, they have like 4 or 5 on here, like, you know, they got the classic, which is this, which is more simulator. They have arcades with the power-ups, which is cool. Flip mode, where you try to complete the game in the least amount of flips. And several others, but if they can add more, and if they can tie the collectibles to achievements, I'll be sold. Oh, and if they can actually get like it on Steam. I need to play it on Steam. I can't play it on the Epic Game Store. And at first I thought it was the game, but I went and downloaded other games on Epic Game Store, and a lot of them gave me trouble. Like, it was, you had to log into like 3 different things. It timed out, it didn't let you play. There was no way to buy something without it opening a browser and crapping out because you didn't use Chrome, or it's just one mess after another. Where's the flip challenge? Okay, so I can do the flip challenge for this table because it's an event. This is actually one of the Pasha's, one of the few tables I didn't review on the Pinball FX 3. I think I have it though. I only reviewed 75 of them. I never did the last 25 because reasons. But I had like 96 or 97 of the tables. Oh crap, I just realized I'm playing Flip Challenge, so I can't be wasting my flips. So this isn't going to be a very good score. But what's it called? It's a cool challenge because it forces you to think more carefully about your shots. And the reason I flip a lot, people say I double flip. I don't double flip, but I do double flip while I'm not hitting the ball, just to always kind of calibrate my mind to where the latency of the controller. Now there isn't very much latency, there's pretty much none at all because I'm wired right now. But when I was playing on PlayStation, you know, I would usually play wireless. And you can definitely feel that like fade in and out. So yeah, I have a tendency to double flip and while I'm not hitting the ball and just like keep flipping the flippers. So that's a cool mode to play. I'm gonna try to play more of that. Let me just show you around the menus real quick. So those are the events. These are the collectibles, which I have none right now. But if we go to My Tables or something, you can look at all the tables. Try to. What did I play? I played Dr. Dude yesterday. I think I did. Where is Dr. Dude? That would be Williams. It's all grayed out so I can't read it. There it is. So I got the points. I got the 26 million. It didn't unlock because you didn't purchase it. I didn't purchase it. It says it'll keep the cumulative score, but I hope that they're tied to more than just point grind, because that's kind of boring. They should be tied to figuring out objectives, because it's always fun to like figure out the table by like learning the achievements and stuff. I always thought that was a really fun incentive. All right, we got time for one more. Yeah, I can't do tournaments, I don't think, because I'm not a paid person. The getaway. Oh, you know what? We got our one-time challenge for one of the pin bots. So let's try this. Oh wait. Oh, here we go with the view. Okay, I had to put it back on 1W. Yeah, sometimes the view changes in between in between tables. I'm sure they'll iron that out. But yeah, the game is definitely working now. It wasn't working the, do I have unlimited balls? Looks like it. Cool. So yeah, you probably have to learn the objectives on this one. I don't remember them. I don't remember all 100 tables, guys. It's been confirmed for Switch and Xbox and PlayStation, but I definitely want to play it on my own PC, so if I ever have the ambitions to turn it into a cab, I could. A lot of people are upset because there's not an upgrade plan to transfer your tables. And I don't know if they're leaving the door open on that. I heard they are, but according to all their official stuff, it's a hard no. So take it in stride. And really, if you're happy with Pinball FX 3, I don't see a need to upgrade. At least not yet. If they start throwing in like dozens of these modes like Zaccaria did, then it could be pretty cool. You know, like Moonball challenge mode where you have to like hit certain things and timer runs out, survival. Maybe some different arcade features. And I'd really like to test those, but I'm not comfortable with the payment processors on Epic Games Store, or this game in particular, just because of the hell I went through to get this working again. And again, thank you to the guys on Discord. I contacted support, didn't hear back from them. I understand they're busy, whatever. But if somebody wants to gift me a few tickets so I can buy a few tables and test out the modes, because you know, that's what we do here at Game Test Play. Like even with the payment processor, I'm like, oh, I may as well check to see if I can buy it. And it's like, no, you got hard locked out of it. So be careful, especially with buying the Pinball Pass, because I'll put the solution in the comments if you have the Exala hard lock, but man, that was, whew. I lost my proverbial shit. We're not playing flipper mode, so I can do this just to piss people off. Other than that, I really haven't been playing anything, and that's why I mentioned that I started just developing stuff on my own, because it's kind of been a disappointment in terms of game releases these past few years. No joke. Like even if the game's good, like the launches are really buggy. I played a little bit of Elden Ring, but I didn't have time to do any deep dives on that. It just seems like too much, you know? Like the reason I don't do stuff on my channel anymore is just because everything is like becoming a niche within a niche, you know? Like you can't just do retro gaming, you can't just do like, you know, action games or something. You have to do like a very specific thing. And it just wasn't worth the cost of time. My time is very limited now. I don't have much time left. So I wanted to make a video game that was kind of something to do on my bucket list. You know, I had already done things like make movies and make records. And kind of video games is like the last frontier. It's like combining all those things together. So that's why I decided to take a year off and complete that. And it gave me a little bit of understanding about why, maybe not exactly why, but I'm less pissed off at them for having to make me rebuy the tables now. Like I said, I'm sure the developers weren't all gung-ho about it when they got the news, like, oh, by the way, all of those 10 years of hard work, you're gonna have to reformat those tables, you're gonna have to build them again in a new game engine. Everything from scratch. I'd be like, hell no. So mad props to Zen for actually being able to do this. It's been bumpy. Early access has been bumpy, but you know, that's why it's early access. Gives jackasses like me a chance to throw in my 2 cents every now and again.